It's the journey. It's the journey. It's the journey with KS. It's the journey. It's the journey. It's the journey with KS.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening,
Yes.
everybody, and welcome back to The Journey with
KS. I'm your host, KS.
And I'm your co-host, Owner, and it is Sunday, May 7th, guys, and we welcome you back to The Journey. We're live right now on Sony Hulk Radio, and if you are interested in visiting us on The Journey, please let us know. Drop a comment on social media and let us know. Email us, ksmusicmgt@gmail.com. KS, where can we find you on social media?
All right, guys. So if you have Facebook, it is just KS, like the letters. And if you have TikTok, IG, or Twitter, it's I'm KS Music, guys. Now, we are always live on TikTok during the segment on my page, and then Owner sometimes goes live on his Instagram. So make sure you guys come on over. And if you want to shout out on your TikTok, come on, send some gifts, follow on social media platform, and let us know that you are following The Journey.
Yes, yes. So today, guys, it is Sunday, May 7th, 2023. We hope you all enjoyed your holiday last week. It's the first week of May that we are with you. So we'd like to kick it off with some facts about the month that finally feels like spring for most of us. Although last week, it was a little chilly. May is the official month of spring in the northern hemisphere, which is the season that occurs between winter and summer. The weather begins to warm up during this season, and the natural world begins to come back to life after the long, harsh winter. However, May is the official month of fall in the southern hemisphere, which is the seasons that occur between summer and winter. The weather begins to cool around this season, and leaves on trees begin to change their color and fall. The emerald is the birthstone for May. It's May. It's the month of May Day, Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, and Memorial Day. The astrological sign of Taurus is in effect from May 1st through May 20th, while Taurus is in effect. Oh no, what's after Taurus? There's a Typo. What's after Taurus?
After Taurus, I think it's Gemini.
From May 20th to May 31st. May's birth flower is the lily of the valley. Well, now you get to know about May.
Yeah.
Now, KS, you have some music coming out. Now, I got a song coming out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Glow Sticks is finally going to be out, guys. So next week, we'll be able to drop it on the radio. Because today it's officially not out yet, but next week we will be airing Glow Sticks. That will be out, and that's coming to you guys on all digital streaming platforms. Make sure you guys go search Owner with a 3, OWN3R. And KS, what about some future music that you have coming out?
Yeah, so on May 25th, we're looking at Let Me Be the One. That's got Skiggy Beats and CC Beach, which is our good friend Cass Weinbrand on it, as well as a couple other projects I'm working on right now for a few people. We got Official Lanes coming out with a race. Reagan's got a project. Caitlin's got a project coming up. So, and then in the future, we got No Question with Rivka and Velvet Cash. So there's a lot of up-and-coming projects, which I am super excited about. And there's just been some great collaborations with a lot of people.
Celebrity birthdays.
Okay, everybody. YouTuber who is known for his Mr. Beast channel. Mr. Beast celebrates his birthday today, guys. He's originally gained widespread popularity there for his video series Worst Intros on YouTube, as well as his frequent gameplay videos. He later began filming videos involving generous financial prizes. Also an investor and an entrepreneur. He founded the delivery-only fast food company, Mr. Beast Burger, and he has invested in several tech companies, including the startup Backbone. He began his YouTube channel on February 19th, 2012. He posted his first video there the next day. He has earned 150 million subscribers to his Mr. Beast YouTube channel. He has 5 additional YouTube channels called Mr. Beast Gaming, Mr. Beast Shorts, Beast Reacts, and Mr. Beast 2. He was named Creator of the Year at the 2020 and 2021 Streaming Awards. In November of 2022, he surpassed PewDiePie to become the most subscribed creator on YouTube. Mr. Beast's real name is Jimmy Donaldson. Now, guys, other birthdays this week. On the 8th, we got Enrique Iglesias. On the 9th, Billy Joel. On the 10th, Kenan Thompson. On the 11th, pop singer Sabrina Carpenter. And NFL player Cam Newton. On the 12th, it's our boy Tony Hawk. And 13th, the movie actor Robert Pattinson and Stevie Wonder. And guys, we do have some shout outs from you. We have happy birthday to our dear friend Sean from Milltown, New Jersey. We hope you have a fun-filled day with your family and friends. And happy anniversary to Mike, Indiana. We hope you enjoy your Cape May getaway this weekend. Now, if you guys would like a shout out, your birthday or to shout out a birthday on air, please message us on any social media platform or email ksmusicmgt@gmail.com.
All right. Happy birthday to our celebrity birthdays and our friends and our shout outs right here on The Journey. Now, KS, how was your week and what is the week ahead looking like? And potentially you got Caitlin coming in the studio and you're working on beats for some other projects, lyric videos, all kinds of stuff.
There's so much stuff going on right now. This week is jam-packed. And the next few weeks, I know we're looking at a couple big things. We have a couple big calls and stuff that we're setting up, which hopefully we'll be able to announce in the next coming weeks, as well as maybe some up-and-coming shows for the summer and things. So hopefully everybody's looking out for that. And, you know, if you guys are looking for music and production and things like that, feel free to reach on out. Or if you guys want to just take the journey and have some questions, or maybe hop in the hot seat or get a little journey jump in, don't be afraid to reach on out to us. And yeah.
All right, guys, this one is Eyes on You.
I've got my eyes on you, no lies, your vibe is cool. You put me in a mood. I've got my eyes on you. I've got my eyes on you. No lies, your vibe is cool. You put me in a mood. I've got my eyes on you. Galactic, creeping on my radar, time for tactics. Cause my body and my heart's been told to action. My eyes scoping out your goods and your reaction. Since you were made to be a classic, I got the wheel and I'm looking at the green. And I'll let in anyone or anything intervene and make it real damn hard to take my eyes off the screen. So let me show you a little extra and make you scream.
Eyes on you. You said that we were through. You're all over me too. I want to discard my thoughts on you, but there's no escape from you. Running around and around, my brain is tearing my mind apart. You pull me through and out and back. I'm just protecting my own heart.
I've got my eyes on you, no lies, your vibe is cool. You put me in a mood. I've got my eyes on you. I've got my eyes on you. No lies, your vibe is cool. You put me in a mood. I've got my eyes on you. Don't wanna fiend, but that body's looking dope. Causing traffic is a scene. Get these sleeves behind the ropes. These creepers on the lurk. Yeah, sound the alarm. Cause they coming in swarms and they trying to do you harm. Eyes on me, baby, it's a go. My vibe's on fleek. I'm neon, check the glow. Coming strong, no lies, full game, no doubts. Get your eyes on me and baby, we can work it out.
Told me you'd come back. You dragged my heart again. I want to understand, but baby, it all just don't make sense. starry night.
Starry night, starry night.
Take me away, spaceship on flight. Never coming back, and that's alright. Into the depths of starry night, starry night, starry night.
Body so fine, yeah. You're what I like. You got me hypnotized. Body so fine. Want me to cross any lines? You got me hypnotized. Body so fine, yeah. You're what I like. You got me hypnotized. Body so fine. Want me to cross any lines? I've got my eyes on you. No lies, your vibe is cool. You put me in a mood. I've got my eyes on you. I've got my eyes on you. No lies, your vibe is cool. You put me in a mood. I've got my eyes on you.
That was Eyes on You, KS featuring Kellyanne. And you can find that KS where?
Guys, you can find that on all DSP's digital streaming platforms, whether it's iHeartRadio, Pandora, Google Play, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, all of those things and more. Just search for Eyes on You, KS, and Kellyanne.
Now, horoscope for Taurus, May 7th, 2023. You may be privy to some important knowledge, Taurus. Perhaps an article gives you the impetus you need to invest in a promising stock. Perhaps you learn that a famous person is coming to town to give a lecture. If your heart starts to race the minute you hear the news, this should be all the motivation you need to take the next steps. Good things are bound to come your way if you do. Now, KS, Virgo?
Virgo. We have, dun, 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 dun. You have many talents, Virgo. Today's astral energy indicates that your abilities will be rewarded. Congratulations. You've certainly worked long and hard to achieve your goals. Why not make plans to celebrate? Call some friends or your partner for an impromptu get-together. You can meet at the local bistro and bask in the happy energy of success. The first round of drinks is on you.
All right, so KS, we had the Summit and D2 Summit and All-Star Worlds down there in Orlando this past week. A lot of athletes that you've coached in the past or worked with in the past or work with currently are competing in some of the biggest competitions of their seasons.
Oh, yeah.
How has that been? Has anybody had some success? And have you been following up on it? And anything to report for any of the athletes that might be listening currently to the show?
Oh, yeah. So, oh, man, there's so many. Big shout outs to everybody down there right now at D2, CDX, everybody at ACF, competing at the Summit, and everyone else that's made finals down there, Infinite, All Stars. Big shout out to Innovation Cheer. I know they're down at the All-Star Worlds, and they made it to finals, as well as all the other gyms and teams that I announced just now. There's so many down there, guys. Big shout-outs to all you guys. Big shout-outs to everybody that's been at Worlds the last couple weeks, and that's won. You guys are amazing, and you guys have been pushing hard, so it's great that you guys are continuing your journey as athletes, and can't wait to see what the future holds for you guys.
All right, guys, we got a segment. It is What Would You Do? And this is one of our favorite segments. We'll share hypothetical questions and answers. And KS, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, so the first one is, what would you do with the extra time if you had 25-hour days while everyone else continued to have 24-hour days?
I mean,
you got an extra hour a day and everybody else didn't.
I just feel like it'd be an extra hour of probably work.
But what would happen, like, if you had 25 hours, right, and everybody had 24 hours? So does the world stall for that extra hour? How do you fit in? How do you fit in that extra hour?
Yeah.
Is it 25-hour days? That mean you have like 7-hour longer weeks?
Yeah.
So what happens during the extra hour? Does everybody else like?
Maybe they freeze.
Freeze? Because then...
I think so.
But an extra hour a day, I'd probably definitely just do an extra hour of the same thing I'm doing now. Yeah. All right. You win a contest in which you can choose to have free, unlimited services of a cook, a chauffeur, or a house cleaner. Which one would you choose and why?
Probably a cook, because I mean, like, even though like I can cook, like, you know what I mean. If this cook is if they're going to be like Chef Ramsay, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be somebody cooking you some crazy
on
stuff.
The cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's an executive cook and, you know, you were getting like, but then maybe it was like a cook from like off the street that was just making you like rice and beans or something. Then
I mean, if it's an executive, you get to choose. I pick like an executive.
You got to have like, yeah.
Because a chauffeur, I'm like, I could just drive, you know what I mean? Or a house cleaner. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but the food, I'm like, you know what I mean? Food is like, so.
Oh, so it has to be a good cook.
Good cook.
Because then you get it. So I would take the chauffeur because I just rather not drive. So I can cook, house cleaner, you know.
Yes. Yeah, okay. I see that.
All right. So next one. You're at the pearly gates. You need to say one good deed you've done to justify its entry to a peaceful afterlife. What would you say?
Well, I've done community service. You know, I've worked, you know, at a homeless shelter. I've helped, you know, pass out dinners and things like that and served. I've also donated. I mean, there's a lot of things, you know.
But it says you're at the pearly gates.
Say one good deed that you've done.
Say one good deed that you've done to justify.
Probably that. Yeah.
I would
service.
I would say that for me is probably just making sure that I keep in touch with my parents, you know, over whatever situation, but I've plan to, you know, if they ever needed me or whatever, I'd be able to just say that I was there for them if I could.
Okay.
And right now, we are going to do insecurities, guys.
I knew that you got played on. I wanna erase the pain, bring you all these good vibes, some real vibes. Instead of being benched for the game, you can still fall in love, If you just let me turn the page, break you out of your funk, it's been too long. Almost everybody's had a bad heartbreak. Everybody's in the same boat with mistakes. But if you wanna love again, I promise everything I am that if you were my baby, I wouldn't let your heart ache. I know it's not that easy to let new romances fly. Let me be the wings to help us soar to new heights. I know that I'm the one, I'll never leave you stranded. Make a schedule, take this flight and redirect it, rejetting. I know that you got played on. I wanna erase the pain, bring you all these good vibes, some real vibes. Instead of being benched for the game, you can still fall in love, You just let me turn the page, break you out of your bounds, it's been too long. All these insecurities, yes, they are assuring me that you need somebody there who's gonna set you free. All these insecurities, yes, they are assuring me that you need somebody, someone just like me, someone who can make you laugh, make you smile, turn you on, turn you out, keep a promise, keep at times. You know what I'm talking about. Pull you up, put you out from all those bad days, get rid of all your insecurities. Baby, give me a chance to turn the tables. I object to any reason if you won't let me enable me to hold you, me to kiss you, sweep your off your feet and get you. Text I love you, text I miss you, heart emoji when it's official, cause I'm a missile, blast it off, or coming at it, target defenses up, Defcon 4. It's okay that this was wrong, we're not adjourning what we're both yearning. Let me be your umbrella, Ella. I know that you got played on. I wanna erase the pain, bring you all these good vibes, some real vibes. Instead of being benched for the game, you can still fall in love, You just let me turn the page, break you out of your bounds, it's been too long. All these insecurities, yes, they are assuring me that you need somebody there who's gonna set you free. All these insecurities, yes, they are assuring me that you need somebody, someone just like me, someone who can make you laugh, make you smile, turn you on, turn you out, keep a promise, keep at times. You know what I'm talking about. Pull you up, put you out from all those bad days, get rid
so you always keep them shades on. Mile a minute, feel like you're running in a marathon, looking for the finish line when all you need is real love.
I wanna give you my love, so you're not staying up. Don't wanna keeping you up all night. I wanna give you my love, so you're not staying up. You need someone to love you right. Be there for the best times, be there for the worst times. Keep you in your right mind, I'll be here for lifetime. You and me, baby. I know that you got me on. I wanna replace the pain, bring you all these good vibes. Real right, instead of being matched for the game. Still fall in love, fall in love. You just let me turn the page, break you out of your bounds, stay too long. All these insecurities, yes, they are assuring me that you need somebody there who's gonna set you free. All these insecurities, yes, they are assuring me that you need somebody, someone just like me, someone who can make you laugh, make you smile, turn you on, turn you out. Keep a promise, keep that out. You know what I'm talking about. Pull you up, put you out from all those bad days. Get rid of all your insecurities.
And that was Insecurities, KS featuring Ketty Monroe, right here live on Sony Hulk Radio. Now, you guys are tuned in. It is Sunday night, and KS was working with Ketty Monroe on that song. She came through in the clutch. We met her through Big Picture Fats from Big Picture Music, and she totally killed it, and we're so appreciative that she was able to help us out in that time. KS, National Days.
All right, guys. Today is National Tourism Day. Deciding where to go on your next vacation getaway is oftentimes difficult when trying to please everyone in the travel party. There are a few things we can recommend on National Tourism Day. Call state and local tourism offices for information and research areas you might enjoy visiting. Talk with people you know who have already traveled to various destinations and seek their input. Travel agencies, too, can still be beneficial information providers. Give them a call. It's also National Lemonade Day. I don't know where you are all today, but where we are, the sun was shining and it was the perfect day for a refreshing lemonade. Other national days this week that you definitely don't want to miss. On the 8th, we have World Red Cross Day. The 9th is National Lost Sock Memorial. Why is there always just one sock missing? You know what I'm saying? National Receptionist Day on the 10th. National Children's Mental Health Awareness Day on the 11th. The 12th is International Nurses Day. And the 13th is National Apple Pie Day.
National Apple Pie Day sounds good.
There's actually a really cool show that's coming out. Host and founder of the National Day Calendar, Marlo Anderson brings enthusiasm for national days everywhere he goes. While digging deep for the stories behind the days, his excitement sometimes gets away with him, leading him on fantastic adventures and mishaps. Co-host LaToya Johnson plays the sassy yet observant explorer of Marlo's freewheeling style. Expecting the unexpected and being determined to be prepared, LaToya is always looking at things through a different lens. While everyone else jumps on the bandwagon for one holiday, LaToya explores the lesser-known yet still exciting observances the country celebrates. Hopefully, more is to come on this. It sounds extremely entertaining and interesting. We'll keep you guys posted as we find out more.
All right, KS, and once again for the viewers, where can we find you on social media?
If you guys have social media, Facebook is KS. If you have Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, I'm KS Music. That's IMKS Music.
Now, I got a new track coming out on Tuesday. KS has a new track coming out May 25th. Right now, this is KS and Owner, Prison.
Brother Lincoln, let me in.
chains, it's underwritten. Another round, sparks in the cloud. Living dreams, may it all be found. Open cage, pull me out of these prison walls, now broken down.
Break these chains, baby. Oh, I want your love. Break these chains, baby. Break these chains. Oh, I want your love. Take away all my doubts. Break the chains from the ground and let me out of my prison. Take away all my doubts. Break the chains from the ground and let me out of my prison.
And that was Prison. We filmed the music video, KS. Where can you find the music video for that song?
That music video you guys can find on my YouTube at KS, then hit the space bar, music. You guys can find that as well as my new Rated R music video, the Pulse music video as well, and all my official lyric videos.
Now, Rated R was filmed in California with Matt Freyheit. You had some guest actresses and actors that came into the video. Tell the viewers a little bit about that. And are we almost at 20,000 views? Almost.
Oh yeah, we should be at 18,000 tomorrow, which was super awesome. Now, Michaela Katrina, amazing actress. You know, she's been in like a Charlie Puth music video, Kygo. She does all this modeling stuff all over. She's also a producer and director. She's going to be having some stuff coming out soon. She was just amazing to work with and such a cool person, good vibes. So make sure you follow her on social media. That's Mikaela, Katrina, Katrina. And as well as Aaron Duchette, he's also an actor and an artist. He had a brand new EP that just dropped called Happy Face. He's been killing it. He's been working on some up and coming stuff. I know his biggest thing, and he's been in like a Southwest commercial and stuff like that. So he is definitely up and coming and a great R&B artist. So make sure you follow Aaron Ducette as well. That's Aaron, and then last name Ducette.
Now, once again, if somebody would like to book you for a project, whether it be production of a beat, studio session, or any type of industry-related service, how can they do that?
All you guys got to do is send over an email to ksmusicmgt@gmail.com. Or if you follow me on any social media, reach out there as well, because I know sometimes people forget to write down emails and things like that. So just find me on social media or send something over to the email at ksmusicmgt@gmail.com. So either myself or management or somebody can, get a hold of you and then take it from there.
All right. Now, guys, we are ready for the hot seat. And today at the hot seat, we are going to have a very special guest from Dessert Options.
Woo!
My dad, Les. And we are going to see if he is available to come on the show with us right now.
See, I wish you could pass food through the phone. I'd be like, send some dessert options.
Here.
Hey, how you doing?
Who's this?
KS and owner with TheJourney.
Oh my God.
Who's this?
I love you guys.
Who's this?
This is owner's father.
Dessert Options.
From Dessert Options. One of the leading advertisers in their business profile. I mean, when you want options, you call me because I got them. Cheesecake to lava cake to sugar-free. You know what I'm talking about.
Do you have vegan options?
I have vegan options. I have all kinds of... You don't know how many options I have. I'm loaded with options.
I know everything there is to know about the options.
Yeah.
So how you guys doing? I just came back from the best basketball game I ever saw.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nice.
Overtime win by the Philadelphia 76ers.
Who did they play?
Boston Celtics.
Ah, okay.
Ooh, okay.
And I was sitting in the owner's box with
Nice.
food and everything.
Nice. Were the owners there?
Wow. What?
Were the owners there?
No, just it was like friends of the owners. He must have another box.
Got
but
it.
It was really nice. So I understand you guys want to ask me questions. I didn't have time to read them, but I have time to answer them.
All right, here we go. This is the hot seat.
But
So what happens?
I don't
here?
know. What if I need time to figure out my answer? So let's see what happens.
All right. We're gonna go on the fly here.
Let's go from the hip.
All right. Are you
Shoot from the hip.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Who inspires you, and who do you aspire to be like?
Who inspires me?
That's
Let's
easy.
see.
That's easy.
I would have to say it's a tie, and it's between two women. As always, it's always the women. It's my mother, who survived the Holocaust and fought through unthinkable experiences to somehow survive. And through that, and through surviving, I learned from her the appreciation of everyday life, of just living and having your basic needs met. And I learned that from her. That's why I don't really care how much I have or how little I have, as long as I have enough to eat and a place to live.
Okay.
Plus, owner also took a lot of my money, but that's another story. And my other inspiration would have to be my wife.
Oh.
Because if you could be married for all these years and still be getting along, I inspire to be like her. And I she does everything. She makes all my meals. She helped me on a weight loss journey of 80 pounds. I mean, she takes care of me. And in your life, if you find someone that's your good friend that also takes care of you and you take care of them, that's inspiration. That's the definition of inspiration. And I got to give my mother and my wife 50% each. It's a tie.
Good answer. Good answer.
I was
Good
gonna say.
answer.
I was gonna say probably me, but you know,
He would be the third answer. He would be the third.
There's another time for you.
Okay. Shark
Although
dive.
I will say I'm inspired by all my sons and their ability to develop different types of businesses. And, you know, I always hope to show them that the best thing to do is always to work for yourself and develop your own thoughts and your own experiences, and don't give it away to someone else so they can make money. You work for yourself, and then you'll always be an adult. When you work for someone else, you remain in a childlike position.
there's another
So I'm
another
inspired
question.
by all-
There's
by
another
all of-
question later for that, for answers like that.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. Well, this can work for that too. Then. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Shark
What else you
diving, bungee jumping, or skydiving?
Say that again.
Shark diving, bungee jumping, or skydiving?
Which one would I prefer to do?
Probably neither.
You know what, Kenny? I got to tell you, that's like asking would I prefer a bullet to my head or to be hung or the electric chair? I mean, what kind of choices? I'm afraid of heights.
The answer is none.
I
The
don't
answer
write the
is
questions. I'm just reading
None of
them.
the above, my brother.
Okay.
What else you got?
What's your favorite cheesy pickup line, and have you ever used it in real life, or has anyone ever used it on you?
Favorite TV pickup line?
Cheesy
Cheesy.
pickup line.
Easy pickup line. Oh, let's see. It's been a long time since I mean, okay. Don't you hate it here? I don't really like to come here. Why don't we just go someplace where we could talk?
Okay.
And then you go in for the kill.
Okay. I like that. That was smooth.
Okay. This is
Do you have a favorite Disney movie?
a favorite what?
Disney movie?
Not really, not especially. I always liked Snow White because she
Okay.
was hot.
Yeah, she was. She was pretty.
When I went to Disneyland, I tried to pick her up.
Oh,
My
man.
wife just walked in and she said Snow White was definitely trying to pick me up, but it's for another. That's also for another day.
Okay.
Lee wanted to go on all the rides. I wanted to stay with Snow White.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. What's up?
I think I got a picture with her.
What's the weirdest scar you have, and how did you get it?
The weirdest car?
Scar.
Scar. Oh, I got the answer for that. Although I've had plastic surgery to remove most of it, some of it's still here. I was playing in 3rd grade in baseball. And when I played baseball, catchers didn't wear catcher's masks.
Ooh.
We just stood behind the batter. And the batter threw the bat. And the bat hit me in the head, opened up my head. I had a scar. The police took me to the hospital. I lived 2 blocks away from the playground, so they went and got my mother. She thought I was dead, but I just needed stitches. And I remember going in the police car to Beth Israel Hospital in Newark to get stitched up. And that was probably the weirdest scar I ever had.
Okay. Where did you and your best friend meet?
Where did me and my best friend, you mean my wife?
Prison.
My wife and I met on a blind date. We went out once, and we pretty much got married a couple weeks later.
Okay.
Got drunk, really drunk.
All right. Which of your accomplishments are you most proud of?
He's sitting right next to you.
Hey, oh, he's gonna talk about that for the rest of the year.
Anybody that could raise owner,
I thought that was one of your scars.
anybody that could raise owner has accomplished enough in life. Anything else is a plus.
Okay.
This was no easy chore. Believe me when I tell you, and all you fans out there. This was, I mean, you want to know about difficult.
What's the
That's a whole show right there. Owner's a whole show by himself.
what's the weirdest Wikipedia rabbit hole you've stumbled down?
Wikipedia.
I don't know if my dad.
Do you go on Wikipedia?
Do you go on
Do you know?
Wikipedia?
That might be a little too technical.
I think it's too
Okay,
technical.
let's
right?
skip that one.
We're moving along on that one. You know,
Look, I just started learning how to use a computer. Go easy on me.
Tell me about the best vacation you've ever taken.
The best vacation I've ever taken. That's a good question. I would have to say
when Zach went up on McDonald's in Louisville.
that was a good vacation, but the best vacation I ever took with my wife was, I'm going to say we were driving to the west coast of Florida. And we got there and it was really quiet, and we were going to stay at the West Coast for a while and then go to Key West. And we got to the West Coast and it was just too slow. There was nothing going on. And we said, you know what, let's not stay here. And we drove all the ways down to Key West, and we fell in love with Key West. And we went back about 10 times, and we just loved the simplicity and the way you just lose yourself there, and the restaurants and the chill. I mean, if you go to Key West, you go to chill. I mean, when you go to the cemetery, it says on the headstones, I told you I was really sick. You know, it's just that kind of place where you just chill and relax, and you don't really care about much while you're there. People dancing in the streets. Just a really good time. That was one of the best. And there were so many vacations. I mean, Israel was great, you know, so many times we've been there, and, you know, just so many vacations. But the Key West, I think, when we found Key West, I think we found our spot. And right before the pandemic, we kind of went back, and then the pandemic hit, so we haven't been there since.
Okay.
But that was probably our best vacation.
What's your favorite physical attribute about yourself?
Physical attribute?
Mm-hmm.
It's X-rated.
Okay.
It's not for now.
Friday night, would you rather stay in or go out? I mean,
stay in.
Okay. Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, definitely. I think one comes to us through. I think my mother-in-law. She comes to us through the light in our bedroom. It's really weird. Like when we mention her name, the light starts to blink. So she's definitely here.
Okay.
She might be shocked at what goes on here, but she's definitely here.
What piece of art, book, music, or movie most influenced the person you are today?
I would probably say many of the Bob Dylan songs. I grew up in that era of Bob Dylan and the Beatles, and in those days, people really wrote about what was going on in the world. So you learned a lot about the world and the cruelty in the world and the positive things in the world. You learned it through music.
Okay.
And we would go to coffee houses in the village and listen to, and then there was a guy that was tied in. His name was Allen Ginsberg, and he would read poetry. But the artists in those days were directly tied into many were directly tied in to what was going on in the world. The world was changing. The Beatles changed the world. Bob Dylan, he changed the world. Kids started doing psychedelic drugs, and people were freer with each other. And there was the anti-war movement, and there was so many things going on that's kind of those years of the late 60s, early 70s were the most dramatic change I've seen in my whole life occurred in that lifetime. In my lifetime, when I was in my late teens, early 20s.
Okay. Which would be
harder? How am I doing? All right, I'm doing good on this?
Yeah, there's a couple more questions.
Oh, okay.
Which would be harder for you to give up, coffee or alcohol?
I would say coffee. Alcohol I gave up a long time ago, and coffee I'm still struggling with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's tough. Yeah, it's definitely tough. What's the single best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best single piece of advice I ever received. From my mother, I would say, don't worry so much about today. Tomorrow will be a better day. There's always a light ahead of you.
That's nice. Okay. So, who's your best friend, and what do you love about, I would say, her, because you already said it was your wife. So what's...
So I can't use my wife, right? Because I already said she's my favorite.
No, you can. You know, what's the best thing that you love about your wife?
About my wife?
Yes.
She's 100% committed to my well-being. I mean, she's... You don't find them like her. Or you could, but you got to look hard.
Oh, yeah. Nowadays, it's hard.
You got to look hard. I mean, she is so committed to me and my weight loss. She always makes sure if I need something, the next day the Amazon truck is here.
Oh, yeah. All right. We got 4 more for you.
4 more?
Mm-hmm.
Who do I submit my invoice to? I'm hungry, guys.
What's the greatest risk you've ever taken?
Definitely not Roku.
The greatest mistake was definitely the money I lost in Roku.
Okay. If you had...
I took a big risk and a big loss. Go ahead.
If you had 24 hours to do whatever you wanted in a place of your choice, where would you go and what would you do?
I would probably go back to the Philadelphia arena and be the point guard for the 76ers and be a basketball star.
Okay.
In the NBA.
What do you like about where you work?
Basically, there is no one that can tell me what to do, when to do it, how to do it, why I should do it. And if I don't want to go to work, I don't go. It's the privilege of working when you get older.
Oh, yeah. And the last one, are you ready for it?
Are you ready?
I'm ready, brother.
What hobby have you always wanted to develop?
What hobby? I would say that way before I gained a lot of weight, and when I was younger, I was running, and I was getting fairly good at it, and then I got better at eating and all the stuff that goes with getting big and not exercising. I would like to, on the journey that I'm on, get back to where I could run again.
Okay.
I could walk many miles, but I'm still not able to like run for a long period of time. So I would like to make running a hobby, and do you want more, or is that enough?
No, that's great.
That's enough. And thanks for taking the journey. That wraps up the hot seat. And hope you get some food, some beans or something.
I'm not getting beans. My other best friend, I just spent 12 hours with him, and he's crazy. And I got to get something to calm me down, because it was a journey. It was a journey.
Sounds good. Well, we're going to continue on with the journey here, and we'll see you later.
I will catch up with you. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. KS, TikTok shoutouts.
All right, guys. TikTok shoutouts. We got Rocco's _modern. We got my moderators, James Houston Jr., Real _Zakaria 87, Mama Chelsmang, Lily of the Sound, Eric.F. Big shout out to Official Lane. We got Malik Conley, Good Vibes with a Z, Annie 1. We have Misty Richardson. We have May Lee, that's MALIE 305. We have Missy and Reed 12. Sting Like a Bree, our awesome scriptwriter and radio management. We have JLLY Beans 216. Big shout out to Jilly Beans for always popping into the journey. We got Ella 22189. We have the official.nana.k. And we have J Baker 350. And finally, last but not least, big shout out to official _T Scott 3.
All right. And next week we will be right back here on The Journey. So most importantly, if you guys are taking the journey with us, let us know. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know what your journey and where your journey is taking you. Because we want to take the journey with you guys just as much as we want you guys to take the journey with us. And we will see you next week right here on The Journey. Peace.
It's The Journey. It's The Journey.